I said it's a I said it's a I said it's a Purple Pants Premonition.
And we are back by popular demand for November's Purple Pants Premonition. I'm Brice Isaiah, and I'm so excited to be here with my co-host, my friend, my brother, my sister, my cut-up buddy, my spiritual gather my soul. It's Gangsta Gurry. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Even though it's not a welcome, it's like, hey, you back, girl. You back around the corner. It's good to have you in the building.
We spun the block, okay? I am really excited to be here. I feel like sometimes in the spirit of things, right, you got to take a break. And then when you come back, it's like, oh, I'm brand new. And so we did October's Premonition. And, you know, we took a little 2-month break because your spirit had to get right. My spirit had to get right. Like, you know, it had to make sense. And I really feel like since we've done that premonition, I feel like when I was in DC, I called Gary 7 times in the morning.
At like 12.
He texted me back like, you okay? But I was calling because we went to a Brice and Win, our Tour 45 stop in DC, and there was an amazing spirit there who came up to me and was like, I didn't even know you guys were coming into DC. I just stumbled upon the premonition, and I really felt like that message was for me. And so she was like, I'm not a camera person, because I was like, let's take a picture. She was like, I'm not a camera person, but I really just wanted to come and tell you, thank you so much. And I was like, I mean, I really felt it because I felt like our October premonition was so personal, right?
Yes.
And I so received it. Then a couple of days ago, I'm scrolling through the Purple Pants podcast Instagram messages, and I came across this beautiful message of this woman who is, you know, just going through life. You know, she recently lost her job, but just was saying how the Purple Pants podcast and the videos that I'm putting out and the card reading is so special. So I feel like, you know, sometimes people are just discovering things. But I'm still here.
Okay.
We've
grateful.
Rest. And we've been doing this for, first of all, you've been doing this for ions, right?
A minute. Okay. It's been what? This is about to be 2024. So about these like 7-8 years at this point, which is crazy to be thinking about. And we've been doing this for like 4 years, almost 5 years at this point, which is insane to think about.
Crazy. And so it's like, I used to feel like, and again, because, you know, I'm on the road to a better Brice. And I used to feel like when people would be like, oh my God, I just saw that premonition episode. It's so great. I feel like my ego would be like, well, where have you been? I've been doing it. Why are you not receiving it? But again, everything in the right timing. Everything is supposed to hit when it's supposed to hit. And had we not been consistent, had we not been diligent in doing the work that we do, we would never got to the point that someone could even discover it. So it's truly a blessing. So again, I'm just excited that the premonition is here. I'm excited that it's something that we created together. And it really, first of all, blesses my life. And it's just great to actually see the fruits of the labor when you go out and meet people and they're talking about GG. They're talking about the premonition. So I'm really excited for November's Purple Pants Premonition.
I'm excited too. No, that was like the most amazing like lead in. And first off, thank you to those that have stuck with us, stuck with me. You know what I mean? Because I do appreciate like the messages that just like come through. When I do get them from people that have listened to the premonitions, especially like through the YouTube. So it's like being able to like see the comments on there and stuff like that. And people just like saying what has been resonating for them. And then just like receiving those messages from you, it just reiterates, you know, because of course we've had these conversations offline around how just like sometimes I'm always like questioning my gifts or questioning my worth or questioning like whether or not like I should continue doing what I'm doing. And it's like, baby, like you've always been that, like just be that and like stop being fearful of that and like take the leap and like rest, relax, like just be, like there's no need for you to have to, you know, categorize, like just share. And that's what all of this has been about, has just like been, it's like our little reunion, like once a month where we get together, we talk a little ish, we see what's going on spiritually, and we help prepare ourselves for what's coming. And honestly, just as much as you say it benefits you and it benefits the listeners, it benefits me as well, because it gives me kind of like an energetic like checkpoint to be like, oh, this is what I can come back to. This is what I know I can expect in the next coming weeks. Or this is what I can latch onto to know that even if my life is feeling a little bit in disarray, things are going to be okay. That was a bar.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Oh, get into it. She's already warmed up. So.
I love it. And I love when my Google alerts go off and I'm like, what my name trended? Then I see my name and it's like Gary DeAndre, co-host of the Purple. I said, oh, okay, come on with the Prince. I love it.
Oh, absolutely. It's absolutely, of course. You know what they say, everybody eat, you eat, we eat, everybody eat. Period. So we out here, okay? Because as of the last episode, that I think the website for Simon and Schuster came out. So now you can see that I have been working on a tarot deck called Tarot for You and Me that'll be released May 28, 2024. So I wanted to throw that little plug in there because we want to run them pre-sales up. So I'm gonna say it at the very beginning.
Yes.
Okay.
Please send the link so we can put it in the description of the podcast and the YouTube. And when you send me the link, I gotta pre-order a couple of decks, and maybe I will. Actually, I'm a pre-order 4, and I'm gonna keep one for myself, and we'll give 3 away.
Oh yes, yes, that would be amazing. I would love that. That actually sounds like a great idea, and I'm gonna start talking to my agent about it. Okay. Okay, but that's how we're speaking. That's how we're speaking right now. We're speaking abundance. We're speaking life. And I think that as we are going throughout the month of November, because I woke up this morning, I don't know how you woke up this morning, Brice, but I woke up with the spirit of, okay, 2023 is almost over. What am I going to do? How am I closing out this year? I want to close out this year strong. She has not been the best year. Okay. She's been a stressful year. I don't know about you, but I know for me, baby, she's been stressful, honey. She's been overwhelming. She really put me through the ringer. Like, I really thought I was going to lose it. And, I'm so grateful to be waking up again. You know what I mean? I'm grateful to be doing this. I'm grateful to be seeing your face. I'm grateful to be connecting to the listeners. Anybody that this touches, I'm grateful for everything in my life right now because it could be something completely different. I woke up this morning and I was just like, yo, like you have like 6-7 weeks left. What are we doing? Okay. And November is that month of really setting up those goals. So that way, as we get to the month of December, we're like, okay, I'm closing out 2023 in power, peace, and positivity. Okay, so we're going to see what is the message. What do we need to know for the month of November? We're going to be using the 5th Spirit Tarot. And may this deck guide you to your truth. From where you find your truth, you'll find your power. So this is a queer, inclusive deck for a world beyond binaries. And as somebody who is in the process of creating their own deck that focuses on LGBTQ plus and non-binary components of life, I felt like this would be really, really powerful to be using today. So let's see, what do we have for November? First and foremost, we have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, whenever that comes out, makes me think of like success, makes me think of positivity, makes me think of like all the things that we work for, like things are coming to fruition. We also have the 4 of Pentacles, which means all of the roots. Okay, we done planted our roots, child. We are rooted, we are grounded in this month. We are also looking at making sure we always talk about this at this time of the year where it really starts to bring up those feelings of feeling a little overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? Like because of Christmas, Thanksgiving, holiday, Black Friday, like all the things are like taking place. And it's really about us being mindful of how we are spending time in our communities. If you can't travel this year, you can't travel this year. But know that also, as far as like all the elements, all the things that are kind of like taking place in your life, there's going to be a lot of change that's going to be happening in the month of November, right? So you may be doing things a little bit differently than you've ever done before. As far as just like your own routines, as far as what looks good for you, as far as what feels healthy. But I think the last thing to be mindful of is all the skills that you're paying attention to as you are starting off some brand new tasks. Okay. So I want to be mindful of us doing the work in the month of November. Okay. This is making me warm up. The spirit just started moving through me. I just started sweating and stuff like that. That means it's coming through. So we're going to start and go through each card. Okay. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles as our first card is always coming up, and this is representative of power. This is representative of success. This is representative of all of your manifestations coming to pass. You've worked really hard to get to this point. So with the Ten of Pentacles coming up, as you can see, it's kind of like you have your home. It's put together. Everything seems like it's coming up roses right now. And also with the Four of Pentacles, whenever this comes up, whenever I see the Four of Pentacles, I want you to answer the question like, has my stability been put together the way that it needs to be put together? Like, am I feeling stable? Am I feeling healthy? Am I feeling happy? What makes me feel stable? What makes me feel happy? What makes me feel healthy? And if you have not been able to answer those questions up until this point, this is the month to do that, right? So I want you to think about, as we are starting off at the very beginning of November, like what are the routines that you want to take into 2024? And what are the routines that you want to leave, okay? Financially, you know, some of us are doing well off. Some of us are not. And that's perfectly fine. Maybe it's time for you to save a little bit more. Maybe it's time for you to be able to give a little bit more because you have more to give. And this just does not mean of money. This could mean of your items, of the things that mean a lot to you. What are you willing to give of in this season with the Four of Pentacles? But then we see the Three of Cups coming up in reverse here. And whenever I see the Three of Cups, the Three of Cups makes me think about the people that we spend time with in community, right? But the people that make us feel like we are at home. So with the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups, this is making me think about the people, the places, the things that make us feel like home. But maybe, this may be a time where we have to forego what we've always done and who we've always been in order to try something new. So I want to think about like, okay, as you're getting close to like holiday season, like what would you normally do? Maybe do something different. You know what I mean? Maybe this is the year, instead of going to Pookie's house, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you go to grandma's house instead because grandma called you. Or maybe you're going to your aunt's house because your aunt has this really great cranberry sauce that you've been wanting to try. And she's been asking you to come over for the last 5 years and you haven't said yes. So maybe shifting your reality, shifting your narrative, doing something different, but doing something different in community is going to be really important as you're going throughout the month of November. What is this bringing up for you before I continue going to the cards?
It's bringing up a lot for me. One, the giving of items or things that you have. And it's like, I feel like I need to purge. I have a lot of things that like I don't wear anymore, or just like I just feel like I get cluttered a lot. And I was just thinking like, you know, today I'm going to like go through some things and like really get rid of a lot of things. But also it's just like, I'm thinking of like, you know what, I can give a lot of my clothing items to my little cousins that like need it. So that really kind of just brought up that spirit of like giving my time and giving. It's not just about money. And then also my mom is having surgery next week, and you know, she was like, I'm not going to be able to do Thanksgiving this year, so like everybody just do their own thing. And I was like, no, we'll still have Thanksgiving. And I was like, you know, I will do Thanksgiving this year. And my mom was like, really? And I was like, girl, like we're a family, right? Like, so it's not about like, I mean, it is great to wake up and you downstairs cooking and doing all of the things, but that's not really what it's about. It's really about us coming together. And if you can't do it, it's like weird to think that like I'm in the position in my life right now where I can step up and do it. And I was talking to one of my friends the other night, and you know, I'm the youngest of a lot of siblings, and of course, after I agreed to do it, and then, because you know she getting it catered, I'm not cooking. So, just so we're clear. And after, like, you know, I just recently paid the catering deposit or the total in full. I just was like, well, where are my siblings? Like, you know, I started to feeling a little bit of resentment. And again, it just came up. It wasn't like I was like feeling that way. And so I was with my best friend last night, and that randomly came up, and she was like, I feel like you're looking at it wrong. She's like, yeah, you could look at it like that, but also look at it like you're in a place in your life right now where you can absorb that. So it's really a blessing. And like, so don't let that negative spirit of being like, oh, they could have did this, they not doing this, I always got to step up. Like, she was just like, it's a blessing that you're able to do that. And so I was like, you know what, you're right. And then just hearing what you're saying, like what you always normally do something different. So it's kind of the same, but It's right. It's all in that like process. So that's really what
Yes.
the cards are speaking to me
The cards are
about.
speaking. Okay, I love that. And I hope that anybody that's like watching is just like, know that this does not necessarily mean when it comes to just like holiday season, this could mean in any sort of capacity, any sort of context. We're just using it here because it's something that's relevant to like the both of us. Because I'm even thinking about my own plans and what I normally would do for like Thanksgiving or even the holidays is like be by myself. But I'm like, no, like this year I have intentions. When I first moved to New York, I lived with my some of my cousins. I lived in New Jersey, and I lived with them for about 9 months. That was a crazy 9 months. Imagine traveling from New Jersey all the way to Brooklyn to go to work, and then traveling back to New Jersey every single day for 9 months. Insane times. But I haven't spent like an extended amount of time with them probably since I left back in 2014. And those are my Thanksgiving plans, to spend time with them. So it's just like doing something different and spending time with people. I think like community is really important for us, especially just like in light of everything that's like happening in our world. It's important for us to stay connected to each other. Okay. In whatever way that feels possible. So I'm saying that as like a message to everybody out there, like please stay connected to people. It's so important as we are going through everything like period point blank, but like even more like today, the messages are saying like, make sure that you stay connected. We also have the Six of Swords continuing on. Six of Swords coming up is all about travel, okay? But it's coming up in reverse. So maybe this is telling you that long distance travel is not necessary. Short distance traveling could be really important for you over the next couple of weeks. This is also kind of like bringing up the fact of the mind, okay? So like maybe your mind has been wandering a lot lately. And it's time for your mind to kind of just like get back on track with the things that are going to be really important for you in regards to your connections. Maybe you've been overthinking something with someone lately, and this is time for you to allow yourself to just like get things back in gear with the Wheel of Fortune. Like everything is going to fall into balance. Karma. When we see the Wheel of Fortune upright, you can see that we have all of the different elements. I'm trying to get it in the frame correctly. So you can see that we have all the different elements of fire, air, water, and earth. So it's really about you finding balance and knowing that everything is going to find its place over again. It may not find it immediately. You may not see it when it's coming, but everything's going to find its place back the way that it's supposed to. It's about the skill set that you use to get everything back in place. So as you can see with the Eight of Swords, you have a bunch of different swords. You have a bunch of different tools that are being used. What are the tools that you need to pull out of your tool belt in order to make something happen right now? So it's maybe like, I want you to think about, I'm going to use an example for myself. Like, you know that I used to be a Spanish teacher for a really long time, right? Sí, señor. And it could be me using my Spanish speaking skills in some capacity. It could be me going back to like using that to help communicate with somebody. Perfect example is I was in the little smoke shop up the street a couple of weeks ago. And the one of the guys behind the counter was like trying to say something about like, oh, I'll be here at like some time. And he was asking the other woman in the store. And then I popped in and he was like, I didn't know you could speak Spanish so well. And he was like, I'm gonna have to start asking you questions more often. And I'm like, oh, okay, so we see that this is coming back around for you. Some of those old tools that you may have that you haven't used, maybe it's time for you to start sharpening those again, because you can start using those as you're going into the year of 2024 throughout the month of November. And the Knight of Wands as our final tarot card is all about finding the passion in your actions. Okay, as you can see, this person is on a skateboard. They've got their wand, they're making moves, and something is saying to read the last card. We're going to read straight from the text what the Knight of Wands is saying, just so that way we can close it out pretty well. So the Knight of Wands is, for lack of a better word, a badass. They are fearless, eager, and unafraid to face plant in the pursuit of a new trick. Fabulous, bold, and loud, they turn heads and don't mind the stress, because if someone doesn't approve, well, screw the haters. This knight is foolish and glorious in the pursuit of their dreams, taking risks and making moves, always creative and always active, always running after their next big thing. In readings, they encourage you to be bold in pursuit of your passions and to take action with energy and verve. They don't care how improbable the dream is. They encourage you to go for it anyway, blazing with the confidence that you'll succeed, but ready to take knocks on the chin if you don't. Passion is the most important thing the knight knows. Chase that passion wherever it leads and do it with style. So this is telling you, do your own thing right now, baby. This is your time, okay? This is time for you to do what you always know you was made to do.
Mm.
Okay? This is time for you to be bold, be
Mm.
beautiful, I want to say aggressive. I want to say be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Okay?
Yes.
That's going to be your advice for the month of November. It's time for you to do things a little differently than what you would normally do.
Mm.
I also feel like it's going to be really important for us to not necessarily, like, we can spend coin, but like spend money, what's the word I want to use? Sparingly. Like, be mindful of how you're spending your money is like another thing that comes up. Like, it's okay to spend, but like spend it on things that matter. It's important for you to start taking action on the things that are important, like for you and your forward trajectory. It's okay to make mistakes. I also read something this morning. It was a tweet that I sent to a friend of mine, and someone told, it was a tweet that I sent. Let me see if I can find it. It says, "Let me tell you how God works. I quit my job to start landscaping. My first client hired me. My first client found me other clients. My first client invited me to a gala. I met a millionaire builder at the gala who also needed a landscaper. Jump now." I said this twice today because it just spoke to me. It just spoke to me in so many different ways. And I want to pass that message on to you as well. This is the month to take the leap. That's the general message for the day.
Whew. You stay trying to read me. I don't know why you like, woo.
You know.
I receive it. I receive that message.
Oh, you really gonna gag because this is really it. And then I'm done. Our advice card, release. Release your job.
Release, okay? Release the trade. Okay.
Release the trade, release the job, release the stress, release the worry, release the bad habits, release the vices, release the negativity, release that relationship, release that situationship, okay? Release that financial burden. Just let it go. It's time to
let it go. If he don't wanna love you the right way, he ain't gonna love you. Okay. Here's a little lesson. Little Kim, don't stress him. Kick him off straight to the curve like Becca. Put him on my Etsy with her for now. But little did you know, he just a rebound. Calling my phone. He's so out of pocket. I've been there before. Oh boy, you need to stop it. When he's with you, he wishing it was me. You might be where he's at, but I'm where he wanna be.
Oh, girl. We need a ding for that one, okay?
Girl, I'm gonna have to send you a bell, okay?
Okay, I need a bell. I need a bell for myself, okay? Actually, no, I got one. I got a better bell, baby. Okay, it goes like this.
Come on. Yeah. Okay, not that makes me want to go get my book bag and go run in line and wait for my teacher to come get me, though, but that just brought me back to fourth grade.
Fourth grade, not the fourth grade bell. Anyway, child, that is our reading for the month of November. What are we letting go? Okay, because it does not serve us right now. You are still 15-year-old you, but you are not 15-year-old you anymore. Period. Full stop.
Woo. Well, listen, we receive it, okay? For me, it's power, peace, and positivity, right? If it don't align in that, you need to get. You don't want it.
Okay. Listen, that's the message. And honestly, like, that's your mantra. Power, peace, positivity. Power, peace, positivity. And I want people to hold on to that for the Purple Pants podcast. Power, peace, positivity.
I just made that connection when I was like, wait a minute, not the peace.
I saw your face. I saw your face and I was like, wait, she ate that. She ate that.
No, she definitely did. Thank you so much, Gary, for providing us with this really important and much needed message as we are going into the holiday season, as we are getting ready to enter into a new year. I received this message. I think the best part for me, sometimes recording this is when I go back and edit it and I listen to it, right? And it's just like, I'm like, oh my God. Like, so I so received that message. Thank you so much. Before we go, let the people know where they can find you, follow you, and hit you up. Okay. You just was recording a morning message to the GG gang over there on Instagram. So yeah, she's back. She's back and better than ever.
She's back and better than ever. Like, this one is giving all gas, no breaks, until, excuse me, the Lord says otherwise. However, you can find me Gangsta Gurry, Gangsta with A. So that you are Buster-ish over here, Gurry. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I do have a TikTok at Gary DeAndre, DANDRE. You can find my website, gangstagurry.com. I need to make sure I pay the bill to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you can still find it, okay?
use that money smart, okay?
Okay, use that money smart. Vary that, okay? Because these things are important. But I am also in a season where I am about to start opening my services back up again to get people prepared for 2024. It is time, okay? It's time for me to just be like, no, like, this is what you do, sister. Like, let the streets, like, go help the streets. It's your gift. Like, go forth and prosper. So I'm ready to go forth, prosper, and be of service in whatever way that the Lord has in store for me right now. So I'm very excited.
Yes, when we receive it, the link to pre-order Gary's deck will be in the description of the YouTube and the podcast bio. So make sure you support his gift and what he is giving to us out of the kindness from his heart. So we appreciate you. This has been your November Purple Pants Premonitions.
I said it's a I said it's a I said it's a Purple Pants Premonition.